is absolutely raining, downpouring out here, and we are going to be with you doing some side hustle, some DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, and maybe even Uber Eats delivery. We'll see. In rainy Southwest Florida, we just got a $10 plus large catering order from one of our downtown restaurants, and so we are on our way to that direction, and we're going to go see what we can get, what we can make out of it. It has been a pretty good day so far. So I just did a rough tally. This is gonna put us at right around 140, 150 on the day. And if, let's say if this ends at 6 o'clock, that'll be in 7 hours. So we're not quite at a $25 an hour pace today, but we are well over 20. And of course, the rain is only going to help with that because we want our other drivers to go away. We want people to not go out. And so I turned down probably 20 orders in a span of about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. 20 orders came through that I turned down waiting for something good. And we're hoping that this is good. It's at $10 plus. It's going like 4 miles. Now, the only thing about this particular restaurant, it is very hard to find parking here. However, maybe with the rain, downtown is kind of cleared out, because part of like eating downtown is the experience of eating outside and walking up and down the sidewalk. And it is, I'll show you, it's just been raining like this for, the last couple hours now. Jaeger, how's it going? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, especially for being kind of summertime here. And I got my 5 Instacarts done for the day that I have to do. I like rain. I like hurricanes better because people really all hole up inside their homes. But it's been so dry this summer that it's like I've just been waiting for a nice rainy day. Thankfully, I've been busy. So I was hoping to get out earlier, but I did not start till about 11 a.m. And sorry, there's like water all over the place here right now. This says there's 11 items in here. I don't know if they're all good. Actually, they do look. Gotta be careful I don't flood out my car. It looks like it's 11 real items from a super high end. So this is probably a $200 plus order, I would guess. So that's really good, all things considered. We're gonna avoid that puddle. I gotta avoid some of these puddles here because I do not want to flood out my car. And then we're gonna go really, really slow as best as we can. Trying to make sure we don't get our battery wet or anything like that. Lisa, how's it going? Yeah, well, it's just a raincoat. So like, I got this raincoat obviously this coat when I lived up north, so I rarely get to use it. It's just got a hood on. I just find it's easier to have a coat with a hood than an umbrella. So I like having my hands free as opposed to like having one hand carrying an umbrella or whatever. So yeah, so we went full on coat today. I mean, I always keep it with me just because I know there can be a day like this. Usually I have a spare pair of socks and shoes in the car. I do not have that today. So my feet are soaking wet and I'm at the point where I don't even care. So yeah, but it was good. I mean, I got my first supper time catering order came through at around 3:45 or something like that. Yeah, it was like around 3:45 to 4 o'clock. Had a catering order come through as a $25 PF Chang's. And then I just, before I went live, completed my last personal requirement Instacart for the day. I have to do 5 a day every day to the end of through the end of September to make sure I get Diamond Cart once again on Instacart. So that was the 5th one. Now I'll still take more if they're good, but I am going to obviously prioritize DoorDash here. We're going to just be hunting big orders here. We are going right down the heart of 5th Avenue South. We drove this last night just for fun. But we're going to see. I mean, we're going to get wet, that's for sure. still looks like it's pretty busy. You know, not a lot of parking spots, but maybe when we get a little further down, or sometimes there's some side streets we can park on too. So this is from Le Colonial, and this is going down to Port Royal, which is where the $10 million homes are. So we always like delivering to the $10 million homes. I like to know that someone could give me $1 million, even if they won't. There's just something about knowing that. Like, hey, you theoretically could. You theoretically, and I have gotten, one of my better tips came from down there. I actually got, and I just saw a spot opened up right here, like almost right in front of where we needed to go. So that's perfect. So I did get a $100 tip from one of these houses one time. But you know, it's just like, it's just nice to know that, like, should they want to, they could, and they have. Let's see, we can go back a little bit so I got a little more room to get out. This place is usually a little bit slow. It's just how it works, but I'll leave you guys. I gotta walk just a little bit, but this is as good of a parking spot as we're gonna get. Shrimp roll, chicken dumplings, chicken curry, chicken stir fry, fried rice, shaking beef, garlic green beans, jasmine rice, garlic noodles. It's called Le Colonial, and it's like French themed, so I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. The good news is, last night we had to wait for a large catering order on DoorDash that was not like a true catering order, it's just a large order. And we got an extra $5 wait pay, so I figure I'm win-win here. It's a short drop-off, and either it's ready or I get wait pay. All right, I'm gonna be right back with you guys. All right, we got it. We got it. $18 for 17 miles on Grubhub. We're gonna pass on that. Yeah, okay, someone walked in. I'm sure it was just out of habit. It's kind of funny. They're like, would you like to sit inside or outside? So it's like, that's kind of funny. Start, pick up, verify, can't verify, bags are sealed, submit, take photo. I don't even know. We're just gonna say no, I don't see a receipt. No receipt, take a picture of bags. I'm back. Trying to get here. It's going to be hard getting out, but hopefully someone wants our spot and will actually let us go. Okay, I think that guy wants us to go. So they're happy to take our spot. We're going to get our directions on here. So yeah, so we're going out to Port Royal, baseball purist. Yes, we followed along the whole game. Nolan McLean. It was, I really like what he's bringing to this Mets team. We got people crossing the road in front of us. I'm in a little bit of a rush, but I'm not gonna risk running over anybody here. So we're just going to take this road to the end. But yeah, Nolan McLean, and then it's looking more and more like Brandon Sproat might be coming up for the Mets in the next week or so. We are going to do Mets coverage again tonight, by the way. We're going to do a separate stream. It's actually going to be dual. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to get the thumbnail set up for it. It's going to be a dual New York Mets and Miami Dolphins stream. Will obviously be mainly Mets, because that's the regular season game, but it is the Dolphins' final preseason game. And then there's no NFL next week, and then there's in 2 weeks is when the NFL season kicks off. I want to say it's probably like a Thursday night game or something like that. All right, this is about the closest we ever get to the beach. I know you can't quite see it. Oh, there. I'm going to put you angled, but just to get around so you can see. So that's the Gulf of Mexico right there, where all those cars are parked down at the end. So we're going to be like 2 blocks away from the beach. I don't know if you guys don't mind the tilted. It's kind of a gnarly view. I can show you a little more every now and then. So yeah, Montas is done for the season. Zach Wheeler is done for the season for the Phillies as well. Obviously never wish injury on anyone, but I don't think from the team performance side losing Montas is really going to hurt the Mets significantly. He just really has not contributed much this year, unfortunately. So, but he has an option for next year, so I'm sure he will opt in with a chance for redemption next year. And so yeah, so lots of pieces moving, and so if Peterson can just stay what he's been, and Nolan McLean can just kind of, I feel like Nolan McLean has the opportunity to kind of bring the magic to the Mets like Mark Vientos did last, August, September, October. Just getting 2 guys who can go 6 innings, maybe into the 7th. Just 2 guys just helps this entire Mets. Oh yeah, these aren't even the biggest of the big houses. So I need to show you guys more of this stuff, because I get tired of looking at me. So these are the small big houses. We'll get to the big houses. Some of these big houses, they have guest houses that are like bigger than probably most of our houses. So there is some old, you can still see some of the older construction, like 60s, 70s. There's a few of them left. I would love to someday be able to own one of the 60s or 70s, reno it on the inside. Now some of these there's also apartments and stuff over here too. So like apartments and condos. So you'll see some of that. But like that right there, that white one, that's a full house. You know, so there's most of these are houses. But we're gonna get to the bigger houses here shortly. Now when we get a little bit closer to the drop off, we'll have to turn the camera around. But I want you to still enjoy the scenery. It's you know you live in a nice place when it's pretty, even in a rain storm or even in a hurricane. So just wait, we got to go another half mile and you'll really, some of the houses you can't even see from the road because they're like on an acre of land, you know. And so if you go like one block to your right, that's the Gulf of America over there. Okay, so the Gulf of America is like one block to your right, and a lot of these houses, they have, at least lengthwise, they're an entire block. They're not necessarily widthwise a block, but lengthwise they are. So we get to this Port Royal. It's not a gated community, but it's super high end. I mean, the I think when I asked, you have to go back. It's on one of the live streams somewhere. I asked, because I delivered to the HOA office, just your admittance fee into the HOA for Port Royal, I think is like between $500,000 and $750,000 just to get into the HOA. So I don't know if you can see that gate, but there's like a huge house, and a lot of these houses now back here I've delivered to at one time or another, or they're just places under construction. So it's hard to show you too much while I'm driving, but you'll yes, this is all Port Royal, and I would assume every house back here, just the property alone is probably 2 to 3 million, even with no house on it. And of course, everybody builds nice big houses back here. Steven Spielberg once owned a house out this way. The CEO of Dunkin' Donuts. Dreary weather and good tips so far, KC, so we'll take it. That's just an open lot right there. So yeah, that lot, that's probably $2 to $3 million just for the cleared lot if you want that. And then you got to build something on it. All right, I'll show you some more on the way out. But we're getting close to the customer here. But lots of really nice people out here too. So I know sometimes, you know, are there snooty people? Well, yeah, but I found there's snooty people of all financial levels, and I found that there's nice, genuine people of all financial levels too. So, but the vast majority of the orders out here to Port Royal, you don't meet the customer. You know, for privacy reasons, for security reasons, for a variety of stuff. But it's not really athletes, you know, so we don't have athletes and rock stars and stuff like that. That's not the type of deal. It's CEOs, entrepreneurs, self-made businessmen, people from the finance industry. And then there's also quite a bit of foreigners who also, this is like one of the properties they own or whatever. So it's a vacation home. They just fly in from Europe for a week or two, from Germany. We got lots of German here. I'm trying to think of what else. But a lot of people just retire down here too. So Lucky Dogs, I think it's called Lucky Dogs. The creator, the owner of that, he created pop-up hot dog vendors all throughout Chicago. He bought a home down here and named his boat Lucky Dog. So it's pretty nice. I'll try to show you guys some more stuff on the way out, because you'll get to see at least a different side of the road. And everything back here, I'm not going to give you specific names, but everything back here is so. every street is kind of like pirate themed. So I'm past my favorite house right now, which I've delivered to, and they're really good tippers. This is a couple houses down from them. Make sure this is correct. It is. So they happen to be, but they're not. Let's see, am I meeting them? Nope, I'm just taking a picture. So again, that's how this normally goes. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, no, it's all good. Have a great night. Enjoy. I should keep it dry as best I could. Yep. All right, so we got $15.84 for that one. So nothing crazy, but we're still like right downtown. It's all good. They came out and said sorry for making you deliver in the rain. I would rather deliver in the rain. I would say I'm sorry that it hasn't rained more this summer. I've been on team threatening a hurricane for a while here. Let me go a little bit down the road, get away from their house a little bit. And, appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you are doing well here on a Saturday night. So yeah, I don't have the exact number. That puts us right around 150. So I was hoping to get to 300 today, but I don't think I got out the door early enough. But we'll see. You never know. You know, $150, $60 order can all of a sudden put us in range. So I don't know if there's one out here tonight or not. That remains to be seen, but we will see what we can find. We're technically outside of a DoorDash zone right now because there's no restaurants or anything here. So, all right, we're far enough away. I think we have to go this way. It gets a little confusing, but I'm trying to teach myself. This is like one of my things. I'm so bad with like getting out of neighborhoods and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get better at teaching myself directions and remembering how I got in and how I'm getting out. So, and the houses here are a mix, you know, so some of these have been built in the last 5 years, and there's still a handful here that are, you know, 40, 50 years old. But it's a pretty constant cycle of house goes up for sale or property goes up for sale, someone buys it, they tear down the house, they rebuild whatever house they want on that same property, they live in it, they put it up for sale, and the cycle continues again. It's pretty consistent. So I can't ever remember a time driving out here where there weren't multiple properties like the one we're driving by right now that were under construction. Oh, she went the wrong ways. Alright, well, we're going to take the scenic route. Directions to Cafe Milano. That's what I get for trying to navigate myself. All right, back to GPS. I'm trying to get better at it. We're definitely not there yet, though. Yep. Oh, for sure. And I'm so bad at it. So I've been pushing myself, but at the same time, it's like I give it one shot, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna put GPS on. But it is. It's like my new challenge to myself to try to rely, because I have to pay attention on the way in. And usually on the way in, I'm just so focused on let's get this order dropped off that I forget, like, oh yeah, I gotta get out. So we're not gonna hang out by Magic Dumpster yet. If we go by that area, I'll let you know. But we've been working on this bubble theory a little bit, which is the idea or the thought that, especially with these large catering orders on DoorDash, they actually prefer you to not be sitting exactly at the ideal restaurant. So we try to find a bubble in between two really good zones, like within about 3 miles of two good areas of restaurants. So for me, that's like either Turco Taco is that, or Lake Park Diner. They're both kind of halfway between downtown and like Cheesecake Factory, Uncle Julio's Panera. Same thing, the crust is kind of halfway between places like P.F. Chang's and some of those, as well as some of our other local restaurants. So we've been trying out this bubble theory, and it's been working very well. So the vast majority of the large catering orders I'm getting from miles away, not from where I'm sitting. And it goes both ways. Like, even when I sit at good catering restaurants, I still often have to go 2 to 3 miles. So we're trying to maximize our exposure to restaurants that could have a large catering order, the ones that are more likely to. And so we still hang out by Magic Dumpster late at night when it doesn't matter as much and you're just looking for more, just anything. Alright, so we're back out from down there. I've never been blocked in. No. Also seeing all sorts of crazy stuff. Had people come to the door without any clothes on. Had all sorts of crazy things like that. But I've never been blocked. I can think of once or twice. I think one time they had their own gate, and the gate closed and it didn't open, so I had to like message them like, hey, I'm still stuck in here. I need like, I'm still stuck on your property. I can't get out because your gate is not opening for me. That's about the closest I can think of to being blocked in. We're almost, so we're still technically in a grayed out zone here. We're almost back. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Two American kids doing the best they can, or in the heartland. Let it rock, let it roll, let the music come and soothe your soul. How's it going, Midnight? I know I totally botched that. It's alright, I recognize the song, so I get at least a half point for that. Oh, life goes on, even when the thrill of living is gone. Alright, so we just did a large catering order. It was like $15 for like 4 miles. let's see. Is this okay enough? I'm going to let you guys choose. Cheesecake Factory, $24 for 13 miles. We're like 5-10 minutes away from Cheesecake Factory. So you got like 10-15 seconds. Do I take it, 24 for 13, or do I hold out for something bigger? $24 for 13 miles. I got like 5 seconds. I'm actually planning on... I'm going to decline it. I know that's scary. Yeah, I'm going to hold out. That's the way I went. It's a lot of miles. I could regret it if it was not 6 p.m. I would probably take it. If it was like 8 o'clock, I might regret it. But I'd rather it be I'd rather it be like another one of these 15 for 5, you know. But all right, you guys are in agreement to pass. That's what I did. It's close, but in the rain, in the shine, God is good all the time. Anyway, in the rain, and there's not a lot of drivers out right now. I think they're also doing a $1 boost. I think I got a notification on that. It was a decent drop-off. That's the only reason I considered it. If it was a bad drop-off, definitely not. 19 for 16 on Grubhub. I'm gonna pass on that. And we were way far away from Cheesecake Factory too when we got that. Had we already been sitting there, that would have looked a lot better. You know, that would have been like 24 for 9 or something had we already been at Cheesecake Factory, which we may end up there anyway. But anyway, we passed. All right, we're gonna take this one. This is $12.75 plus for 5 miles. $12.75 plus for 5 miles. So I think we went on this. This is actually from the mall. It's from Panda Express in the mall. $12.75 is interesting though, right? Because unless they put $3, oh, you know what? It could be $3 base pay, 2 plus the 1 bonus. So it's probably gonna be 13. Anyway, we're good with that. But it's not a large catering, so they could actually stack us on this one too, because we're going to the mall. They don't ever stack large catering orders, but sometimes, especially when it's a night like this, when there's not enough drivers, and the drop-off is like right still downtown. So I think we won this. Well, I'm just gonna assume it's 13. I'm gonna assume it's 2 plus 1 plus 10. $2 base pay, $1 peak pay, because they said they were doing $1 peak pay, and a $10 tip. That's still pretty good for mall food. I don't usually get $10 tips out of the mall. So, wow, even Grubhub is blowing up right now. Makes me almost want to turn on Uber Eats, but I'm not gonna do that. I appreciate everybody hanging out on a rainy evening here. Get this order and maybe try to squeeze one more order in here before we take a little break, and then we're going to come back for Mets baseball and Dolphins football dual stream, trying to cover both, trying to figure out how to juggle all this. It's 7 items. It's not the smallest order in the world. I don't like them all. Because there's so much walking, especially in the rain, but drop-off's good. All right, baseball purist, I'll read that when I stop here. We gotta go like 2 or 3 miles. Again, this bubble theory continues to work though. Yeah, we were about 3 miles away when we accepted that order. We had 2 miles to go. So this idea Yeah, almost all my large catering orders on DoorDash have been coming from 2 to 3 miles away. Like, they're trying to time it better so you're not waiting. And it could in part be because they're now offering weight pay on large catering orders. Now, this one's not large catering, but still, it is a Platinum Plus. I'll try to leave the car running so you can watch all the sketchy people in the mall parking lot. I don't think anybody really cares about stealing a Samsung whatchamacallit. In the rain, in the shine, God is good all the time. You know, it's possible, purist. I be able to see that now. It's possible you take a bad one, they'll reward you with a good one. But I don't see any consistency in that beyond superstition. I just see the best thing to do is just decline bad orders as quick as possible, so you can get to a good order as quick as possible. Oh, they just peak paid at $2 per delivery. I like it. They're desperate for drivers tonight, guys. We're gonna make some money. I don't know if it's gonna apply to this order. I don't know if the $1 applied to the last one, but I'm assuming. I actually, for right now, I turned off Instacart. We're running Grubhub, but I'm assuming we're going to be running all DoorDash here for the next couple hours. It's a Saturday night. It's raining. It's gross. There's some localized street flooding. Everything that we're looking for in a delivery driver. So, we're going to try to make that DoorDash money tonight. You know what? Because I got to go school shopping tomorrow. School shopping tomorrow. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that, from Baseball Purist question, do you think that these apps reward bad orders with good orders? Because I know, like, if you, like, when I was doing ratings climbs, I'd get, you know, when I was taking every order on DoorDash, it's not like the orders suddenly got better. You would just take an order and the next order would be, you know, sometimes good, sometimes bad. So, if anything, I would assume it trains the algorithm that if you take bad orders, that you're willing to take bad orders. And it might be more likely to send you bad stuff, but I don't know, I can't prove that either. But, you know, algorithms are just computers that are trying to figure out the best way to get orders developed and delivered and all that. So yeah, I don't think so either, Tim. I think it's some people say that. Now sometimes, let's see, is that a parking spot there? That is. Less walking, the better. So sometimes, like, if the first order of the day is not great and it's not like a super busy time or whatever, I'll just take the first order of the day to get one. Yeah, exactly, Midnight. If you take enough orders to get to the top tier of the platform, then yes. All right, I'm gonna run in. Hopefully the stream will stay alive. If not, you guys know the deal. As soon as the internet gets running again, then I'll be live. But hopefully this is ready because we had to drive from quite a bit away here. All right, but for now I'll leave the car. Well, the car is off, but I'll leave the phone running. I'll be back as quick as possible. Night Watcher, how's it going? I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We got both of those orders finally picked up. So right as I was walking in, they sent them, which is what I said. I was like, okay, that makes this a little bit better, because at least there's a chance of an add-on, and it actually worked tonight. So you don't get add-ons if you're on a large catering order, but you can get an add-on if you're on a Platinum Plus. So our first one was like $12.75 plus, and our second one is an $8 plus for an additional mile. So, which is really just like, it's just going across the street from where the other drop-off is. So I'm very, very excited. This is going to put us at 21 for sure, and maybe even a little bit higher than that. So, and I have no doubt that there's going to be more orders coming. I've never seen so many orders come in on Grubhub as they're coming in right now too. Not anything worth grabbing, but you never know. Every once in a while, Grubhub throws out just an absolute banger. You know, like a $40 for 5 mile every once in a while. So, the good news is too, most of our drive time was actually to get to the mall from downtown. And so we are only a mile away from our first drop off. We'll turn the camera around when we get a little bit closer. We'll let you know what the total is here. So in my mind, you know, 25 plus between the two, it makes an absolute win. It takes care of that entire hour. And our first hour, because we already did a 15, so that would give us 40 for just over an hour. Yeah, Grubhub is hopping tonight as well. Like I said, it's only on just in case. Alright, so we've got just another half mile to go until our drop off. When we turn off the main road, I'll turn the camera back around while we get close to the customer. I'm not even sure which one are we dropping off first. We're actually doing the Chick-fil-A first, which was our add-on order. So we took the Panda Express, then added on the Chick-fil-A. So I don't think we get the total for both until we're done. And then I think there's peak pay. Now, I accepted this new Chick-fil-A after they announced $2 peak pay. So maybe I'll get a $2 bonus on that. I don't know if that goes per offer or per order. We're gonna have to see what sort of bonuses we get when everything is done here. And we'll try to take one more order. I'm hoping that we don't have to wait long. Get one more order in, and then we'll end this stream. And then get ready for our Mets and Dolphins stream tonight. Live food delivery plus talk Mets baseball and Dolphins football, because both teams will be playing at the same exact time. Alright, we're going to just turn this around while we head back into this neighborhood here really quick. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us as we zigzag through. This is our Chick-fil-A order, and then we just have to get out of this neighborhood and basically head across to the across the street neighborhood. What's our number? Here we go. This is like 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches and a couple of fries, I think. Wasn't even the biggest order that was being sent out from Chick-fil-A. All right, hold on. We'll be right back. As I hide in my coat here. All right, they did show right away. So $8.75 for the Chick-fil-A, and the breakdown was $2 base pay, $2 peak pay, and a $4.75 tip. So the $8 plus is $8.75. Again, that's nothing crazy, but we were already in the mall, which is like half the work of going to the mall, and it literally only added in a mile to our order. So it's not going to really cost us a lot of delivery time. We are already navigating to the next drop off, which is the Panda Express. This is the bigger office. This was like $12.75 plus. The one I'm guessing is like $13, because this one was taken on $1 peak pay. So stoplight there. No stoplight. So let me know what you guys got going on. Oh, I'm sure I need a refresh chat. This happened the other night too. Hold on. I'm sure I need a refresh chat. Come on, chat. Not you, chat. Chat on my phone, chat. Now it's not showing me anything. Alright. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. Finally came up. Yeah, we're putting in the work today, that's for sure. It is raining. Good evening, Vitalik. How are you doing? So we're just half a mile away from the other drop-off, so it's like, obviously we want big stuff, but $8 for an extra mile when I'm already at the location, not a big deal. We're gonna probably head towards Carrabba's after this. Carrabba's Fresh Market. Since we're gonna be that close to Fresh Market, I'll turn Instacart back on too. So the rain has actually lightened up a little bit from what it was before, but that can change quickly as stuff moves and as we move from north to south throughout town. So on a day like today, I'll generally try to look at the radar, find out where the heaviest rain is, and go in that direction. So, alright, we are almost to our drop-off. Also leave at the door. This was our first order that we took, which was $12.75 plus for what was 5 miles at the time. We added an $8.75, so now we're at $21.50 for 6 miles roughly. This is it. This is it. I don't know where I'm parking. we're just gonna park across the street. The entire driveway is filled, and I didn't want to go on the wrong side of the road. All right, here we go. I gotta curl the hood up. I feel like I look like I don't know, like I'm way up in the north, but I don't care. I just want to be dry. All right, we're gonna go drop off the Chinese food. All right, get that money, midnight. Make sure no cars are gonna get me from behind here. And we were correct on our speculation. Wow, large catering order from Chick-fil-A. We're not going to take it. It's 15 for 11 with a bad drop-off. But we were correct on our speculation there. That was $2 base pay, $1 peak pay, $10 tip. So even though it ended up being a stacked order, then we ended up getting $4 base pay and $3 peak pay between the two orders. So like $7 base pay, which is not obviously significant, but it's better than what you would normally expect. All right, let's try to get one more good one here. And remember, that combines, so that 2150 combined to the 15 we just did, so that was like 36 or something like that. 37.59. I don't know, that's what DoorDash says. 37.59 is what we've done for our stream in an hour and 7 minutes. Not gonna complain about that. But if I'm going to have any shot at trying to push through, we're not even to 200 yet, so any shot to get to like a... Oh, no, I'm not doing cash on delivery. That's too risky right now. I mean, maybe it's good. What do you think? I already declined it, but you think cash on delivery orders would be good when it's raining? I'm just worried that, like, if you get stiff there, that just sucks all momentum out. High paying offer from Panera, 11 for 5. No, that's an obvious pass. No, we need some big stuff here. I need like 20 plus for 5 miles or less. It's 21 for 14. It's a really bad drop off. That was J. Alexander. That's really far from here too. It wasn't even a large catering order. Alright, we're out of that neighborhood. We'll turn things around. 11 for 7. Man, I mean, we have our choice. There's plenty of money to be made out here. It's just not all great money, but it's a way better supper time than normal. Sheer volume of orders. I'm sure Uber Eats is really good too right now. Alright, we're going to do this one. It's $8.50 plus for 2.4 miles. It's not catering, but it does say the order is ready. This place is usually not ready. But it says it's already ready. Now we'll find out if they lied or not. Alright, so we just have to take all the plus. Like, you can't sit around hoping you're going to get a large catering order. Plus, any one of these pluses could actually be decent. Like, there's always a chance somebody throws a $20 tip on because it's raining. And not every large catering order is good either. So, you know, that's the way I like to play it when DoorDash is in a groove like it is right now. Just take all the pluses and cross your fingers that you'll hit a big one. The other night we took like 4 of them, and then it wasn't until like the 5th plus that we finally got like a big order. And we're not seeing any sign of orders slowing down right now. So we're gonna be, it's only 6:30. So we should have another hour and a half. So I don't want to be the guy who's like too greedy. I'm still getting $2 plus per mile, and it's a good drop-off location, and it matches all the other metrics other than the fact that it's just a little less showing on the screen than I'd like to see. But we know DoorDash, so this could easily be a 12. $20 for 25 miles on Grubhub for double. It's so bad. So Grubhub's got orders, but Grubhub also's got jokes tonight. Anyway, like I said, this particular pizza place is usually slow and not ready. So the fact that they say, DoorDash says they're ready, maybe that'll be better for us. We're just waiting at a red light right now. There we go. I've never eaten at this pizza place. It always smells good. I know that could be deceiving with pizza places, but this is in the same parking lot as Outback Steakhouse. So this was the direction we were going to head anyway. And it looks like the drop-off's only like a mile away. So you get the speed element too. Close drop-offs. Chance of an upgraded tip. I'm gonna say this one's, because if it's 8 plus, let's see, we're $4 base pay. It's probably 9 then. That's probably all this is. It's probably 9. $4 base pay plus a $5 tip. Let's see what's on the order. Chicken franchise, side spinach, and yeah, it's a $9 order. That's alright. If it's done, we'll get it done quick. So I did not make an eBay video today because I just do it on the days that I ship, which is Monday through Friday. But we actually had 4 eBay sales and breakfast for the family. Oh my goodness. Can we drive a little faster, please? Trying not to honk. Yeah, get off the road here, dude. You gotta move. You are not driving safe. You're gonna get yourself in an accident. No room for sightseers here. Watch they turn in behind me. Knowing my luck. We need to have more people honking their horns at bad drivers. That's just my opinion. In the most Jesus-like way possible. Alright, hopefully this is ready, like it says. right, that one was ready. So it actually was ready when they said it was ready. They're slow with the pizza here. I think everything else, I think they're pretty much on time with everything else. Confirm pickup. Directions. Alright. Just got to get out of here. Get across the street. Yeah, it's 1 mile. 1 mile away from the drop off, and we're right by good restaurants after the drop off. So our goal tonight is stay busy. Stay busy and stay taking good orders as long as we possibly can. And have some fun doing it. So this is going to be the last delivery for this stream. I'm going to take a little break, and then we will come back ready for New York Mets and Miami Dolphins dual stream coming up between like 7:15 and 7:30. But I'll stick with you guys till we get to the drop off. Hopefully I'll even get an order completed in the in-between. Alright, we're already halfway to the drop off. When food delivery works like it is tonight, it's so nice. Like when the orders are basically ready, when the orders are good, when you have your choice and you can pick your adventure of how you want to make money, when customers are understanding, it's like all those things work together. It's just really nice. It's a pleasant experience. Like I said, it's not like I don't even consider the rain a negative at all. Compared to like driving in a car where you're sweaty and hot all day, like I get to wear a jacket for a few hours. That's pretty cool. As soon as the rain is over, it'll get warm instantly, but. Alright, we're going to turn the camera around here so we get close to the customer's street. I think a couple more zigs, couple more zags. Like a quarter of a mile away already, so I am fully expecting this to be $9. We're on $2 peak pay right now. We so rarely get peak pay, and especially during main delivery times. It's usually like peak pay and it starts at like 11 p.m. or 1:30 a.m. So to actually get peak pay during separate time, well, it's helping to get orders like these delivered because I don't know if I take this order. I don't take this order if it's $6. Right one. That's it. Make sure we got everything all lined up. Alright, I'm gonna come back and go drop this. I'll be back. I'll say our goodbyes for now, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. Hang tight 1 second. Well, it didn't even show us what it was, but I'm pretty sure we went from 37 to 46. So. All right. We're gonna get out of here. Sending this an 850 for 3, no plus. Basically, at this point in time, there's zero reason for me to take anything that doesn't have a plus after it. So I'm gonna be taking anything. I'm looking for the $2 a mile plus the chance for something bigger and better for the next little bit. All right, so for now, we're gonna cut off this stream. We'll be back to talk New York Mets baseball, Miami Dolphins football in just a little bit. $6 for 6 miles? No. You're not getting your cookies. All right. So we will catch you on the other side in 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what exactly I'm doing. So we'll catch you on the other side for New York Mets baseball. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out. Appreciate y'all so much. Have a great night.